Good morning and or evening. Welcome back to the Metropolitan Culture Corner. I always feel like when I give you guys this greeting, I feel like I should be in some like big fancy armchair with one of those cigarette holders like good evening, no? But we gotta make do with my office. This is what we got. Anyway, welcome back to the Metropolitan Culture Corner. Thank you for tuning in once again. And this month we have the pleasure of getting to know the dynamic duo known as Antivaho Cinematográfico. Try saying that 10 times fast. Antivaho Cinematográfico, Antivaho Cinematográfico, Antivaho Cinematográfico. Again. Antivaho Cinematográfico is an independent production company created by director and producer Èrika Sánchez and editor and director Xavier Esteban. They met when they were studying film at the Blanquerna de la Universidad Ramon Llull here in Barcelona, and the rest is history. Over the years, they have worked on a number of projects ranging from short films to feature documentaries, as well as fiction, from live installations to music videos. Their most outstanding projects include the short film Panteres, which premiered at the prestigious festival Berlinale 2020. It was screened at more than 80 film festivals around the world and won multiple awards, and that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the recognition that these young filmmakers have garnered in a relatively short time. Their work often focuses on social and or political issues and is known for its authenticity and creative approach, telling stories with universal themes through a very particular, very personal, and very local lens. Èrika and Xavi are actually right in the middle of one of the most important and stressful phases of the filmmaking process, which is financing their next project, but they have agreed to take a time out to speak to us today. So thank you so much in advance, Xavi and Èrika. Barcelona Metropolitan Culture Corner people, sit back, relax, and give a warm welcome to Èrika Sánchez and Xavier Esteban on the Metropolitan Culture Corner.
Use your passion when create your story in the cinema. Please don't be a robot and mimic other creators. Find yourself and put this in your creation.
It's very important to learn the technique, and it requires a lot of time. But in case of cinema, you have to watch films and you have to work a lot to learn. It's very important that this work doesn't eat all of the time, and it's important to live.
Yes.
Because if you don't live, you cannot tell anything. Copy other filmmakers, but authenticity, if you have not lived, you cannot tell anything with a deep meaning.
Hello, Xavi, Èrika. Thank you very much for speaking with us today on the Metropolitan Culture Corner. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Fine. Thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome. I'm very happy to talk to you both. I was looking at your website and everything you've done, and you guys have done a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So to start at the beginning, how did you start working in film and how did you start working together?
I can tell my story, but it's very involved with her story because we studied a degree in audiovisual communication, and later we studied a master's degree in direction and production of film and TV. And in the last year in the degree, we fell in love and we started a relationship that has been very long. And starting working together, cinema has been always there. It's like a threesome. Èrika, me,
like a
and
time.
cinema. Yes.
Yes.
The other,
It's our time in cinema.
the other member of relationship. Yes. And in 2009, we directed a documentary and I edited, and since we started working together.
Yes, but at the beginning, Xavi and me combined our projects with another production company. I start in the world of cinema like a script supervisor in series and films, and Xavi like an editor.
Editor, yes.
Series and feature films too. At the beginning, Xavi and me worked 12, 14 hours a day because the world of cinema is necessary to put more energy, especially at the beginning when you start in this job.
That's not easy to work together in something that's so intense and also have a personal relationship and have it all work. What do you feel like you bring to the project together? Not just editing or script writing or directing, but in terms of your personalities, and how do you make it work?
It's like yin and yang.
Yes.
I think that Èrika has been more yang and me more yin, and now it's changing. I am more yang and she is more yin. It's more balanced. she is more conceptual and me, I am more technical. And this is the complement because she's more chaos, creative chaos.
Yes, my creation way is chaos during a long time. After that, more or less harmony. And after that, materialize the project. It's a long process. And for the people who work with me, is sometimes rare because I am not practical.
So more creative chaos and the practical side has always been Xavi before.
Yes, the typical stereotype of artist, I am. Xavi is more okay.
More order, no? To put this chaos in structure.
But is this changing now? You said.
Oh, now is this.
Is this?
At the beginning, the roles are changed than now. And I am super practical. And Xavi, whoa.
Well, that's very cool that you complement each other.
Yes.
When you work on a project together, whether it's being directed by you, Èrika, or by you, Xavi, do you do all of it yourselves or do you put together a team to work on each project? How do you find other people that you work with?
Always we work with a team. And in all of the projects, we work in the same crew, more or less. They are friends and they are, for us, inspiration, all of them.
We have found these people and we want to follow working with them. It's like a little family.
Yeah.
They are very good technicians and artists. It's very important that we share a creative universe. No?
And they understand our vision, our universe, yes.
You're both from Barcelona or El Prat, around Barcelona, right? So is that why you chose to stay local as you've been growing your production company? Is it because of the people around you that you work with or for another reason?
I think that it has been natural. And I think that perhaps me more than you, that I have an attachment to my land. But it's true that now we have made this question to ourselves and now we are open to the world.
2020, when I released our short film Panteres at the Berlinale, we start to open around the world, and now we are thinking to open a new succursal or new
So kind of like a branch studio.
Yes, maybe Bali or it's a new thinking. Yes, but we need to expand our creations.
Yes.
But then you would stay in Barcelona and have other people work at your other office, or you would go to Bali and have the other office and have other people work here?
The second.
Because I was going to say, don't open an office in Bali and send someone else. You guys should go there.
No. We have a friend work with her at the past here in Catalonia, and now she is living in Bali. She's a producer, and maybe
we can work with her and start a project together. Work with another people from there, make an exchange of cultures.
What is the local and regional scene like for up-and-coming young creative film people? Variety magazine, for example, did an article about this new generation of Catalan directors and producers, especially talking about their strength in documentary filmmaking, which you do. So do you feel like you're part of a wider movement here in Catalonia? Is it easy to work here? Is it difficult?
Depends of the moment, maybe. Because when I premiered Panteres at the Berlinale, I felt a lot of this movement because I did a lot of interviews in Catalonia, in Spain, and newspapers, some magazines, write my name into this wave, this Catalan wave. But now, no.
Why not?
Because the magazines and the mass media needs to new things, and now I am writing, I am financing some of my new projects, and I'm not to show new films.
Back in 2020 when you released, which was screened in film festivals all over the country, you felt like at the time you were part of kind of a wider movement, but that once you no longer have a project that's right now brand new and the press is talking about something else, then you don't feel as much part of a movement. Is that right?
Yes, is this.
Yes, I think that now it's true that there is a strong energy in Catalonia filmmaking, and I think that there is organizations that are improving this sensation of something that we share, of this energy that we share. I think that Dones Visuals, for example, is an organization that puts together women filmmakers, and it helps a lot
To promote and
yes.
create the
Yes, relations, connections.
feedbacks about the projects.
Do you guys feel like the other filmmakers you know, do you all try to support each other and each other's projects and help each other, or is it very competitive?
Dones Visuals in concrete is super cooperative. It's an association only women filmmakers. We have a group of WhatsApp, and when one of them have a problem with the fundings, with our trip, something like that, put SOS, please help. And always some women write and help you. It's super good.
In the other hand, we have Catalan films, for example. They are doing a very good job helping us with information, with the relation with the festivals, with the film festivals.
Yes, Catalan Films is a public institution. Catalan Films promote the Catalan projects around the world.
How important is state support, like from ITEC or these kinds of organizations? How important has public help in terms of promotion or in terms of financing been to your projects?
It's the most important. Financing and international the projects is the most important because you need the support of your country to search financing around the world. If you don't have support in your country, it's difficult to find support around the world.
Also, it's very important because if you don't have a lot of money, you need the state to fund your project. And if we don't have this help, it's only possible for the high class people to make films.
Yes.
Because you need a lot of money. If we don't have access to tell our stories, the stories are only from high class, and it's very poor to our culture.
Speaking of that idea of telling stories about local people with social and political contexts and implications, a lot of the work that you guys do have told stories very much from the street, like Periferia or Mais Tan Fosc. These documentaries were stories about very specific people, but that really represented local working class stories. So are those questions about political and personal and cultural identity, are those really important to you?
Yes, for me, these projects in the past were super important because I am working class. I needed to explore what happened in some situations, some contexts, because I felt that in cinema, help me say this, que nosotros sobre todo empezamos a hacer este tipo de proyectos.
I think that we cannot conceive our work without a collective involvement. I think that when we have been doing films, our objective have been always collective service, to do a positive contribution to the society. Maybe now the kind of stories can change because we aren't interested in politics like before, but I think that always our films, our productions will have this objective to make a contribution.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Èrika was saying before too, that you can have a fictional story and still tell an important story, even if it's not a documentary about a real person. So has politics become less important to you as filmmakers, or you just want to explain politics in a different way?
We want to tell another kind of story. I think that all is political, all of our decisions, all. And personally, in my case, when I finished Periferia, I was very tired because the process was very complex, and I was very tired of trying to explain the complexity of politician issues that maybe I haven't clear in my head. And I think that this kind of political issues are very mental. I don't know if in 10 years, but now I want to explain stories more from the heart, not so in the head. And I think that political things are so mental that dehumanize life.
Right now, you guys are in the process of pre-production for a fictional film, right? Dietari Final, no? Is that more of a story from the heart?
It's a real story, Luis Maria Chirinacs, and this is a starting point, but the film is not about this. The film is an exploration of death, but in a more light view, in sense of if you understand death and if you look at death, you can live more positively.
You can live with plenitude. The real death, the physical death, and the little death in your life. In the way of your life, death and reborn. Death and reborn. Do you understand me?
We all go through cycles of change and really difficult transitions that are like dying and being reborn again. That's very interesting. I want to see this film. How far advanced is the production? Are you already cast the film? Are you working on the script?
In financing phase, we have 30% casting too. We are writing the script and maybe we will shoot the movie 2025.
You mentioned before the short film Panteres and all the success it had in the festivals and things like this. Did the success of that project, has that made it any easier to get financing or to get support for this new project?
Yes, but not, wow.
No, but when you say that we have released a film in Berlinale, it's like, okay.
It's better than before Panteres. But the way of the financing in Spain is difficult. I don't like this word, but it's a...
Yes, it's like a carrera de fondo.
Yes.
Like a marathon, no? Or climbing a mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're finished with this film, is the idea to bring it to festivals?
Yes.
I'm sure someone watching this, a filmmaker, a young film student, they will really want to know, how do you get your films into festivals?
I think it's depend the project, the company, the crew, no?
Yes, I think that there are minimum basic things films has to have, but later there are a lot of factors because it can be interesting, well done, very good, lighting, okay. But if this year the festival are looking for something more fresh or they are looking for a specific theme,
maybe your project isn't selected.
Yes, it's a mystery. But it's good. It's good because if there would be a formula, a secret key, no, it wouldn't be art.
Everybody would do it and it would be easy, yeah. Right. Aside from features and documentaries, I know that you've also, Xavi especially, you've worked on music videos and live installations that have to do with music. You guys did a musical short film called Resonancias that will be released this year. So how is that different from the other projects that you guys have done?
It's very different because it's a sensorial immersion in the music of Frédéric Montpeau, of a pianist composer. There are visual effects made in real time. It's an exploration of the vibrations of the music and how this vibration can be in your interior. I want that everyone who see this film feel full, connected with his own interior.
Well, with all this stuff that you guys do with script and the editing and the directing and the casting and the financing and everything else, right? What is your favorite part of what you guys do?
My favorite parts of the process is when imagine the story in the moment of the chaos of creativity and when this chaos become harmony. This process is always before to write the script. I don't like write the script, but I like a lot the process before. The shooting, for me, it's super good, and editing.
And Xavi, what do you think? What's your favorite part?
My favorite part, I think that it's also when I'm thinking in the project, when I have the idea and start imagining how the film will be and starting to project. This is my favorite part. And later, yes, shooting is the more exciting part. Sometimes it's hard, it's very hard, but it's the most magical part, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Thank you, Xavi. Thank you, Èrika. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us here on the Metropolitan Culture Corner. Best of luck on all your upcoming projects. Metropolitan Culture Corner Familia, you guys can check out Antivaho Cinematográfico's work on their website. And also remember to keep supporting independent artists and filmmakers wherever you may live, be it in Barcelona or beyond. And you know what I'm going to say next. Tune in next month for more interviews on the Metropolitan Culture Corner, or you can check out our interview archive on YouTube and the podcasts of all the interviews for the past 3+ years on SoundCloud. Because, you know, the people who make up this amazing city of Barcelona are super interesting. And if you've missed these interviews, you're missing out, I'm telling you. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your morning, whatever time it is where you are. Enjoy your life.